Hi there, this is Josh, and today I'm here with a book review. I am going to be reviewing John Grisham's debut novel, A Time to Kill. Time to Kill came out in 1989. There was a movie adaptation starring Matthew McConaughey and Samuel L. Jackson. And I must say that I'm so glad that I got back into reading John Grisham's novels. I've read 3 of them, The Brethren, Playing for Pizza, and The Innocent Man, Murder and Injustice in a Small Town. I thought The Brethren was really good. I thought Playing for Pizza was a good novel. And I thought that The Innocent Man was outstanding. The way that he was able to tell such a powerful story about a real-life accusation of murder, only to find out that the man that was accused, Ron Williamson, was innocent. But A Time to Kill plays with innocence in a different way. And it follows the story of a 10-year-old girl named Tanya Haley, who is a black girl, and she's raped by 2 white men in the state of Mississippi, Billy Ray Cobb and Pete Willard. Both of them are eventually caught and tried in court, but Carl Lee Haley, who is Tanya's father, is not satisfied. To him, it seems like the court system takes it much easier on white people over black people. And late 80s in the South, it's still a pretty rocky environment. And so Carl Lee Haley takes it into his own hands, and he gets an N16 from his buddy Kat, who he was in Vietnam with, and he shoots the 2 rapists dead. Obviously, he is tried himself, and he needs to seek the help of a lawyer named Jake Brigance, who is young, got a wife named Carla, daughter named Hannah, and he's really going against he's going against the evidence. It seems almost as if Carl had the intent of doing so, which obviously he did, but he has 2 arguments in his favor. One is insanity, which they would have difficulty proving. And the next one is a bit more emotional and strays away from the law, and that is the idea of what if it was your child? What if your child was raped? Would you want vengeance? For people like Buckley, he, as a prosecutor, he's got his mindset on the law, but for others, they would want to have at him, I would say that much. Regarding the novel itself, I thought that it really provoked a lot of thought, not just of law, but also of race, of prejudice. It just really made you look at the everything that's going on, especially the issue of race in today's news. There's Trayvon Martin and George Zimmerman. There's Ferguson. There's the riots in Baltimore that took place. But in addition to that, one thing I really like about John Grisham is that he knows what he's talking about. I feel as if I learn a lot about law and the court process through Grisham. I almost think that I have a much clearer idea of what it is like to be on jury duty and how the flow takes part. I would say that my favorite part in the whole novel is when the reporter comes to his office and he brings a tape recorder so he can record the discussion, and Briggins pulls out his own tape recorder because he wants to make sure that he's not getting flim-flammed. And when and Briggins gives him a really hard time, exposing the mindset of the newspaper industry. In this case, he's from the New York Times, and there's a lot of geographical references, which someone that's not from the United States might not pick up on it, which it would probably be the same for if I was reading a British novel. I must say that I really was hooked to this. I read the last 100 pages in one night in a few hours' time. The only things that I would have suggested was that I wish that the ending was a bit more hearty. I think that we get the idea of what happens, but there are things that are left really loose, and the sequel, Sycamore Row, didn't come out for another 20 years, so the whole, the setting up for a sequel argument is left into a little bit of question. But I would strongly recommend A Time to Kill, and I definitely want to read more of Grisham's novels. I gave this a 9 out of 10 because I thought it was almost outstanding. I really think that after reading this, you're going to get a greater understanding of race issues, a greater understanding of just what it is to love someone, and also that greater understanding of a political thought meets human thought. Thank you for tuning into this review. I hope you check out more videos, and for now, keep reading.